Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Steph Wild, and recently on Instagram I asked if you would be interested in hearing me talk about how I have upgraded my being, especially just for this year alone. And 100% of you, when I asked you in a poll on Instagram, said yes. So I'm just like, okay, I gotta do this video for you. And also, I'm sorry that I haven't been on YouTube. I have been working on a very special project on my first online program called Dancing with Fire. It's about doing the inner work and going into yourself so that you can figure out what needs to be cleared out of your energy channel and create an incredible life, build incredible unconditional self-love and inner freedom within yourself. So if you're interested in checking that out, the link is below, and I would love to see you there. Alrighty, so let's get started. There have been so many upgrades to my being this year alone. If you've been following me for a while, you know that it's been a challenging few years. In the past 4 years, 4.5 years I think now, so much has happened. You know, since my divorce with my ex, I jumped in a van, moved out of Sydney into a rural area, lived in my van for 9 months traveling. Then I did a crazy ayahuasca ceremony. Then I became a tantra teacher, and then I was running workshops. Then I did a crazy ayahuasca ceremony which fucked me up for over a year, and having to put myself back together again. It's been just so much, but I wouldn't change anything, including the ayahuasca ceremony, because where I am now, even though I still have some symptoms from it, which I'm working on and trying to understand and trying to bring back to love. I need to slow down. I wouldn't take back who I am now, because I'm in such a good place, and I had the right tools in my tool belt to bring myself back to myself. Thankfully, from all the years of personal growth, from all the years of therapy, from the tantra journey that I went on, I had the tools in my tool belt to understand my inner world enough so that when I was going through psychotic states of being after the ayahuasca ceremony, somehow I could crawl my way out of it and understand it and understand what was happening to me, even though I didn't really at the time, and just bring myself back to a state of being me. Sometimes I still have triggers and go back into them, but I'm starting to understand them a bit more. It's really hard to understand psychosis and altered states of consciousness in that way, but I'm starting to understand them, and I definitely feel like I'm so much stronger now because of everything that has happened, and I have incredible wisdom on everything that happens in the inner world, and I love exploring my inner self so much, because I understand that it leads to clarity on the outside world with what is my path, what steps I need to be taking next. It leads to confidence in myself. It leads to incredible strength that I can go places that other people haven't, because of that strength that I've built within myself, getting through different circumstances. And it's also resulted in manifesting my dreams, living my dream life, walking along, you know, what feels true to me, knowing. You okay, Falky? Knowing what feels like, yes, I should pursue that, or no, I should not pursue that within my being. Understanding all of that. There's so much that I understand about myself that I've jumped into the unknown so many times now that I feel comfortable-ish in it, and I understand the process that happens. So that is the foundation for all of the upgrades that I'm going to talk about in regards to the upgrades to my being now, that I've taken this year. And I don't feel that I would have been able to get to where I am now and feel so confident in myself with everything that's happening and everything that I'm doing if I didn't have that foundation of understanding myself to the level that I have, of doing that inner work, of just knowing the strength that I have and how I work and how this reality works, to the degree of what I understand of it. So without that foundation, everything that I'm doing now, it just would be very different. And previously, when I tried to do these kind of upgrades to my being, I felt like there were blocks which resulted in failures, which were really lessons. But this time I'm coming across those blocks now, and instead of going into repetitive patterns again, I'm actually coming to the block, understanding the block, using the tools in my tool belt to process and work through it so I can actually go through to the next level of this wonderful game of life. And that has been a huge upgrade to my being this year and the previous year, but this year in particular, because I'm challenging the blocks that I've had previously and going, I wonder if this is possible for me to change my belief around this particular pattern that has always happened in my life, and if I am able to change it. And so far, every single time, I have proved myself that everything is changeable. All the patterns that I had in my life previously, like around money, around taking steps of just living, doing what I want when I want, living according to my truth and my desires. I feel like it's ramping up this year. Excuse me, I'm a bit snotty. So some of the upgrades to my being that I have done this year have been small, others have been huge for myself, but even the small things have been really big for me as well, for my internal world. So one of the first things that comes to mind is moving onto this farm, living on this farm, choosing to live here. This farm belongs to my sister, and there were other tenants living here previously. Then other ones were meant to move in, but they dropped out, and my dream has always to be live on a farm. And when the other potential tenants were dropped out, I was just like, a niggle in my heart started up, and I was like, what about me? Is this the farm that I'm supposed to be living on? The longest dream that I've ever had has been to live on a farm. Wow, you're really high up there, Falky. Nice butt. And so I listened to that intuition and asked my sister, how would you feel if I paid you the rent that I feel you deserve, which is more than what the previous tenants were paying, and I moved on to the farm? And I didn't know at the time how I was going to be able to afford it, because I've been living in my van rent free, I've been living at my parents, and I paid some rent, but it wasn't as much as I'm paying here. And I was just like, how am I going to make this work? And that was the key. I didn't go, I can't afford it. I said, how can I afford it? How can I make this work? And so and she was just like, Steph, that's a perfect solution. You can look after the steers, and you've always wanted to live on a farm. So it just aligned. It was so perfect because it was so aligned with our truth. And I moved on here, had some challenges at first, but I've made it work, and I'm still making it work, and I'm making things happen. Like my business has been going really well, and my other business has picked up, and it's just, things are working because I'm choosing to live my truth and I'm following my intuition, even though I don't know how I'm going to be, even though I didn't know how it was going to work out. I was just like, I trust that my intuition is right. I trust the universe is going to guide me in the right direction, and it just feels right. So I followed that, and I took that leap, and it's working out really, really well. Another leap and upgrade to my being was, I listened to this woman talk about manifesting, and she was just like, you know, part of manifesting is acknowledging what you believe you deserve out of life, and it can be upgrading that. And when I listened to that podcast, I was like, I have no furniture whatsoever to move onto a farm. All I did was live in a van. So I had no furniture, and I'm like, well, I need to buy furniture. I'm not going to buy new furniture. I love buying secondhand on Marketplace and Gumtree, and I just love secondhand shopping. But I'm going to buy quality stuff, not just to fill my space. I'm going to buy quality stuff that I really love, that fills me with joy. I'm going to create my style and just love the home that I create. So that was the next upgrade to my being. And she was talking about how, you know, she decided to spend money on her bedroom in particular and make her bedroom feel luxurious, so that she can feel that energy of luxury, the abundance that she wants to receive from this reality. And she's going to allow herself to receive luxury sheets, luxury mattress, a luxury bed, and just incredible mattress. And I was just like, that makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that you surround yourself with the things that you want more of. And that's part of manifestation, is that you don't just, you know, hope and wish for and tell the universe that you don't have that stuff. After you've done all the groundwork for your inner work, and you've cleared your energy channel of all the blocks, of the trauma, of the preconceived ideas that you have, the beliefs, the patterns, the you know, what society's expectations, the programs that are running in your brain. Once you've done all that groundwork, which we're covering in Dancing and Fire, by the way, so make sure you get on there, then you understand that in order to manifest, you need to be in a mindset where you feel like you're already there. And so I didn't have a huge amount of money. I was dipping into my savings, but I decided that I wanted to have the bedroom that would make me feel like I already resided in that abundance. So I bought myself my first ever mattress, a good quality mattress, which I just love sleeping on. It is so comfortable. My back has improved, and I just feel so rested every single night. And whew, it's just been amazing for my health and for my mindset. Whenever I jump into bed, I'm just like, this is what it feels like to look after myself, to practice that self-care, to be in that energetic alignment of what I deserve and what I know I want in my life. So I bought myself new sheets, a new mattress, a beautiful bed head, which just looks so luxurious, and bed frame, new pillows, which I just love snuggling into. And I was just like, yes, this is what I deserve. This is what I choose I deserve. And so I did that. So that was another upgrade to my being. The next upgrade to my being has been to invest in myself, in coaches, in business coaches. I have a business, and I could have been like, you know what, I know what I'm doing and I'm just gonna do it. But I was just like, I want to upgrade myself in business this year, And I choose not to do it alone. I choose to have people going, Steph, you got this. Steph, you got to do this. Steph, come on, let's do this. Keep me accountable. Or, you know, just inspire me through who they are. Because I don't choose business coaches that haven't achieved the results that haven't achieved the results that I want. I choose business coaches where I look at them and I'm like, I love what you're doing, and I want that as well. So I chose business coaches that are aligned with my values, aligned with what I believe I deserve, are aligned with the wealth that I wish to create. And because I've chosen them, I invested thousands of dollars in them this year, because it just felt like if I invest in them, I'm investing in myself, and I'm getting that energy transmission that they have. They share that energy with me, and it has resulted in me finally getting Steph Wild, not just from a hobby and something that I really love doing. Sure, I continue to do that, but also turning it into a business. And I've already made thousands of dollars from this program, from Dancing with Fire. And it hasn't even launched yet. Like, I haven't even run the first program yet, but I'm so excited for just, this is another block that has unblocked for me, because previously I went into this again where I was like, oh no one's gonna sign up, no one's gonna, this isn't going to work, this never works for me. I had so many old beliefs and patterns that used to make me just go and run back to and repeat that pattern with other things that I did in my life. But this time I recognized, after going through some turmoil initially, I recognized what was happening within me. And then I was like, come on, keep pushing. And having a business coach that was like, this is going to work, this is going to work, also helped me so much, because her confidence in me pushed me even further. So I love investing in my own coaching. I love investing in business coaches. I love investing in anything that I know is going to take me to that next level, where I know someone else has been to where I want to be. I invest in, because it's like super speeding the results that I get. It's super speeding what I want, instead of trying to figure it all out by myself and fumbling, and it just goes and you're there. And I feel like I'm there. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to, after this program, I'm ready to create more value and just deliver incredible results for people, and keep creating more, and then investing in myself so I can, once I conquer these beliefs, I want to teach you about it as well. I want to show you what's possible out of life, because we're just told these same old things in life. They keep us in a box, and you all just work, get married, have kids, die, and it's just the same thing that we're taught. You can't, so many different beliefs. So I'm passionate about showing you how to create freedom within yourself through the inner work, so that you can create freedom in the outer world. So everything that I'm doing, I'm like, okay, I'm going to teach people. Once I achieve results, I'm going to teach people how to do this as well. So that is another thing that has upgraded my being. And I've been working really hard on my abundance mindset. Abundance mindset has been in my life for a very long time, since my early 20s, where I actually looked at my bank account and I was like, I don't like not having money. And I'm like, how do I change this? How do I shift, my poverty mindset and go, whoa, Falky! You okay, baby? Oh, come here, come here. Are your legs okay? Oh. And I'm just like, how do I shift this from being in an abundance, from being in a poverty mindset? How do I shift this to being, if other people are creating things, how can I do it too? If other people are making money, how do I do that too? Because I'm not that different. We're all kind of equal. The only difference is the mindset. Sure, we have different life circumstances, but I choose not to be in a victim mentality. I could go into a victim mentality for all the things that have happened with me in my life and make them an excuse for not achieving my dreams, but I choose not to do that, because I'm just like, I'm not gonna let those beliefs and the traumas from the past hold me back from living my truth. Dude, that's them winning and me not living my truth of who I'm supposed to be in this lifetime. So I started learning about money, started reading books, I started going to courses, I started investing in myself again, and ever since then I have never had a problem with money where I've been out of money. I've always had a pretty good amount of money, more than, you know, people that I know who scrounge around for, you know, looking at how much prices, you know, how much the prices cost on little basic things. And I'm just like, I've never done that. I've never looked at prices for things. I'm just like, if I want it, I get it, and I don't care how much it costs. So my abundance mindset has led me to understand money, how it works, understand that it's energy, and I'm really working on taking it to the next level of, my goal is to create wild wealth for myself and then teach others how to do it as well. Because it's been a struggle for me, but at the same time my mindset has been like, I've had patterns that have held me back from achieving this, and I kept feeling like I failed. But this time I feel so aligned within myself and what I'm creating. I know what I'm teaching is going to benefit so many people. I know that they will get results because I've put it into practice when I was teaching Tantra as well. That I feel success brewing. I feel it brewing, and I just know that it's inevitable now. And it's coming from a calm place instead of being like, this, I need to make this happen, blah, 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 blah. It's just a calm place, and I understand what I need to do in order to keep myself in alignment and just make it happen. So I'm really excited about that. So those are just some of the things that I'm doing in order to upgrade my being. I hope my ramblings are helping you as well. I know that this is kind of like a very simple video, just talking to camera, but I just wanted to get this out there, and I'll do more interesting videos in the future. But right now my main focus is on Dancing with Fire and taking those people on a journey of really understanding themselves. I've got an incredible group of women who have joined so far, and I'm really excited about taking them through this process and seeing the results that they get on the other side. You know, because what I'm teaching isn't just, you know, you do it in 30 days and that's it. This is a program that is live. This is wisdom that stays with you for the rest of your life, and you always will go back to it, and everyone who signs up has access to this for forever. So you can always go back to it, and I'm just really excited about what I'm creating and taking this incredible group of humans on this journey and showing them the inner workings of themselves and seeing the truth that they live, the truth that they live afterwards.
Good girl.